In this video, we're going to talk about how to verify trigonometric identities, which is not a very easy topic. But here's what you need to do. Typically, you'll be given a problem with an equation. And what you need to do is you need to show that the left side of this equation is equivalent to the right side of this equation. Now, listed on the board are some techniques that you can use to do just that. One of the first things that I will look to is trying to convert everything to sine and cosine. That's a good place to start. It doesn't work for every problem, but at least for some of the easier ones, it's a good way to get started solving it. Now for step 2, sometimes you'll see a problem where there's two terms on the left, but one term on the right. When you see this, what you could try to do is, if a and b are fractions, you can try to get the common denominator of both fractions, convert it into a single fraction, and then go from there. Other times you may need to factor so that you can convert the two terms into one term. Now step 3 is basically the reverse of step 2. If you have one term on the left and two terms on the right, to convert from one to two terms you could distribute, or if you have a fraction, you can split that one fraction into two smaller fractions. And for step 4, converting division into multiplication or vice versa. For that, I have to show it to you. You just have to see it in action. Number 5, sometimes you need to multiply by the conjugate. If you see 1 plus sine, it could be 1 minus sine or 1 plus or minus cosine, let's say on the denominator of a fraction, that's a good indication that you need to multiply by the conjugate. And then for step 6, sometimes you need to factor, other times you need to FOIL. And if you've factored in algebra, then you can apply those same techniques here. Sometimes you'll see situations where you have differences of perfect squares, or you may have a trinomial like this, where you can see that it's factorable. So those are some other things that you want to keep in mind when solving these problems. Now, before we begin working on a few practice problems, you may want to take down some notes. By the way, I recommend writing what you see on the board right now. So the first thing you need to know is some identities. Sine squared plus cosine squared is equal to 1.